Hey folks, Mike Bazzine here, and welcome to Week 3 of the V8 Supercars America's Thursday night, and welcome to Long Beach in Southern California, the quintessential North American street circuit. Always had really enjoyed this track. It's a fun place to race at. It's tough to pass, but when you do get a pass completed here, it's so satisfying. My car is still having its weird little issue where it doesn't steer until it finally does, and then it doesn't stop. Last week we tried messing with shocks. This week I put a little bit of rear toe into it, and that kind of helped. I finally said, you know what, let's stop screwing around. I went and I looked up what iRacing recommends for a spring and shock package at this place. The shocks that I have in the car now are cranked way up from what they were. I'm trying to remember what that means. I used to be down in like the teens on bump. So this is, what is it? 40 is the softest. Okay, so I have much softer shocks in the car than I used to. And the front spring rate is way down. I used to have like 880-pound front springs in this car. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It feels better. It's not totally cured, but I don't know. We're gonna go with it. It's very nervous, so I'm gonna have to be real careful. It still really likes to drive off the outside rear tire, so I'm just gonna have to keep a close eye on my pedal foot tonight, and just not get too aggressive on the throttle. So. Yeah, we got 26 cars tonight. I'm car number 12, so a little bit better than mid-pack. Let's see if that's where I qualify. 13th out of 36. That's about as mid-pack as it gets. I think my biggest problem is coming off of the hairpin. The back end of the car just does not want to plant. And that's like the biggest, most opportune part of the whole track, so... I mean, the car is sketchy all over the place, but there in particular, I think it's just going to be a problem. So, I don't know. Assuming I don't wreck or get wrecked, if I could maintain that 13th, that'd be cool. Top 10 would be sweet. But it's a street circuit. Anything can happen.
You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over. Half the field is on the grid. Good luck, everyone.
Not sure how I feel about starting on this side of the grid.
5 cars left to grid.
This track is just scary. I don't think it matters which side of the grid you're on. You hope you're down to single file by the time you get to the fountain, but if that's not the case, well, good luck.
Green, green, green. Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left. We've got damage on the back end. Reduced aero might slow you down on the straight.
I mean, you can see that we're all checking up. Just go slow, bro.
Hold on to it, Nate.
I got it.
Only just. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
See, I'm back behind you.
Yeah, it put me off. They went too far around that corner, hit the bloody wall.
agreed, I got it as well. You just push too hard and they just fuck up so easy.
You're in the top 10.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. More laps this time by. Car stop on the left. Go left.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. God's sake, man.
Thanks, Vader.
You fucking cunt.
Are you kidding me? Not see I had the whole corner on you there.
You're a lap fucking car, bro.
And you spun it and was going very, very slow, and so have a think about that too, buddy.
Okay, so next time that someone slips up, you just ram them up the arse? Good on you.
When you have a look at the replay, you'll change your mind on that comment, thanks.
Nah, I won't. I'll keep my comment, thank you.
Go past, Nathan. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
Well, I ain't really going anywhere, but I ain't wrecking as much as I thought I would either, so hanging in there. I don't know who's in the 6-car pitted way before us. We'll see.
Come on.
David Fernandez?
That's it, go. That car is a lap down. Thanks, Taylor. That car is a lap down. Car right. Clear.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Clear.
Sorry, Eduardo, you were just kind of all over the place. I was trying to get around you. My bad, dude. I just thought, man. Can you not see me coming? Why would you pull out like that? You obviously can see me coming. You know, it's your responsibility to make sure you don't hit me from the back. Jesus, have you ever seen a race?
We're having fun.
The leader's pitting now. You're in the top 10.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me go, appreciate that.
Man, Rich, you suck. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just watching the replay. That's just ridiculous.
Great job, game to go. Right side. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Go get him.
Thank you. Five to go. Thank you. You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Damn it!
Got 2 laps to go. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
White flag, stay smooth. You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh shit.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Good race, David.
Alright, there's the checkered flag. Nice run, solid work.
Happy word there, Darren. Appreciate it. A lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that was cool. It's hard to overtake, that's for sure, but no, that was good.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you knew, but you were missing your front bumper and grill in that 30 seconds back.
Yeah, it was when that car came out of the pits and cleaned up the leader and yourself and that I got him as well.
Yeah, he's not the brightest spark, is he?
Yeah, I think he's still got you as well, Jacob. But yeah, I did notice the bar went halfway down the back straight kind of thing, and I kind of lost a little bit of in turn at that stage.
Yeah, I definitely had some like front end damage. I think my wheel was slightly misaligned or whatever. I'm not really sure.
Shit.
Oh yeah, that happened at the fountain on lap 1, turn 2 or whatever it was, when everyone just piled into each other. I come out of there feeling a bit funny on the steering. I was like, oh seriously. But no, that was good fun. I got 9 incidents in the end, just wall touch.
I finished with 12 incident points and I'm just shocked.
Yeah, I gotta go look at that replay with Eduardo and kind of see what happened there. I know I got into him,
Pit boxing,
but I don't know. Like I said, I gotta look at that replay.
5. Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Yeah, my
2,
point of view is obviously he's come out straight in front of the leader, and then James had a little tangle
All
with
the
him as well.
damage is repairable.
But then yeah, just through that area, there's not much you can do about it.
Oh man, that was fun. All that, and I crashed on the in-lap. Real nice. I keep forgetting how tight that corner is, even when I'm racing. Yeah, good run. Oh, I so wanted David at the end there, but he just outdrove me. I think, well, first of all, David Fernandez was behind me and who was I racing with? Rich Jameson. For like the whole first stint, and I think David had pace on both of us at the time. Rich was struggling, but he wasn't leaving any opportunity. He left an opportunity for me, and then he learned his lesson. And this glove is not coming off. That's just how fucking sweaty I am. He learned his lesson and tightened it up. I kept expecting to look in my mirror or look at the relative and see David behind me, but no, it was Rich all the way up until lap, I want to say like 10 or 11. And I happened to glance down at the relative as we were coming onto the front stretch, and I saw David's name drop off. He lost like 2 spots, and I knew he didn't give those 2 spots up, and I was pretty sure he didn't wreck. I figured he pitted, which I'm pretty sure he did. So yeah, he figured he'd had enough of following us around. He was going to undercut both of us, which he did, credit to him. But he pitted really early, and that put him out for the second stint on tires that were, yeah, probably 4 or 5 laps older than mine, or I don't know when Rich pitted. I think Rich might have pitted like a lap after I did, because I don't think he followed me in. Yeah, so I had a little bit of pace on him, not much. And as many issues as my car is currently dealing with, I couldn't like really attack him, but as I'm running out there, as I'm catching up to him, first of all, I was catching up to him, which shocked me. Well, no, that's right. There's a lap car in front of us. He was having a hard time getting around the lap car, so we finally managed to do that, and then it's just me and him, and I'm like, he's not going away. In fact, I'm hanging with him, no problem. So it's like, okay, let's see if we can do something with this. I stayed right on his bumper, and he made a couple of slip-ups that I wasn't really in a position to take advantage of. But I think the full extent of the story was when I was right on him and pressuring him, it slowed him down. I feel like my being back there was distracting enough to him that it was costing him time. There were a couple places where I thought I might be able to get an advantage on him if I hit it just right, and one of them was the turn, the right hand, the big right-hander going onto the back stretch. I don't know what street that is. It's not Shoreline. I think it's Sunset. I don't know. It's on the map on the top corner of the screen. It's this one back here. So that if the start-finish line is right here, this is the right-hander. This is not like a straight line. This is where the track opens up into like 5 lanes, and you actually kind of like snake your way around. There was one run. He came up to me so quick on one lap when we were going down that straightaway that I thought he got like a course cutting penalty. But it's like, it's Long Beach. How do you get a course cutting penalty here? Unless you jump the thing. So I knew that he was having some kind of issue with that section of the track. So it's like, if I could just get a run out of that right-hander, I might be able to do something with it on the next right-hander to go into the parking lot. And I tried it the one time, and the rear tires just said no. I don't know how I saved that car. I thought for sure I was going around. I was like 45 degrees to the track, like full lock to the left. Somehow brought the car back, but by then he stretched out like a second and a half gap. And at first I thought, well, I'll just reel him back in, but then I couldn't. I didn't get back up to him until like the final lap, and then it was just a pure driver battle, and he just never gave me an opening. So yeah, hats off to him. That was a fun. We never changed position, but that was a hell of a lot of fun fighting for it. Rich was in tow there. I was so focused looking forward, I wasn't even looking in the mirror, so I don't know where Rich ended up. What's our race time? 10 seconds? Really? He was that far back? Wow, I thought he was closer. Right? Am I reading that correctly? That's total race time or gap to the leader, which is basically the same thing. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he said he was fighting with Darren at the end. I forgot about that. Yeah. So they had a battle going on. Yeah. Yeah. Just fun stuff. It's what's cool about it. I would have really appreciated having a much more confident car, and we're gonna have to work on that in the future. I think the shock and spring change was a good thing. I don't have a choice because I already saved over the file. So I never made a note of what I had in the car. I figured if it was better, I'd just overwrite it and forget about it. Probably not the best move on my part, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I might just have to start trying to base my changes to this setup around this shock and spring package and see. Well, that's not going to work when we go to Bathurst, though. I might take a look at the Bathurst set and see what that's running for, particularly front springs. And I don't know. If I run into the situation again where I think it's a problem with shocks and springs, probably at another track that's got a lot of high G loads, a lot of elevation changes. I can't remember the schedule off the top of my head if we go to anywhere like that yet. Yeah, just a Mount Panorama type circuit where there's lots of G loading and stuff like that. Because the problem with having the lightweight front springs when we went to Mount Panorama is you'd get to places like Metal Grate and the Chase and stuff like that, and there's so much G load on the car that the springs can't hold it up, and the thing just grinds the bottom of the car off. And then the tires don't work, which is a really bad thing at those sections at Bathurst. So I think, yeah, I think the last time that I touched the shock and spring package on this car really was when we took it to Bathurst last season. When was the first time? Because we're not going there. Yeah, it must have been last season because we're not going there this. I know we're not going there this season. So yeah, I might have to take a look back and see what the iRacing setup for Bathurst is like. First of all, see that it drives and that it doesn't bottom out like I don't want it to. And then maybe because Bathurst is also kind of a street circuit in a way. And I feel like if I can get the car to work well there, I can get it to work well anywhere. So we might have to go back. We might try going back to that in the future if the opportunity presents itself. Otherwise, I'm just going to run with this going forward, and we'll see if we can get this thing to work. But yeah, that's me done for tonight. 10th place. I said I wanted to finish 10th. I thought I had a 10th place car. I finished 10th. So not bad at all. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a happy 4th of July, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Don't blow your fingers off, and have a good one.